Hello, Fat fans. Welcome to VC World. Let's talk about Lawrence the Sauce Okoli, the Niger brother. You know, I'm very impressed by Okoli. I remember when he signed to Matchroom and signed to Anthony Joshua as well. I did not actually had the belief that he can really step up or want to step up so early. Okoli don't have a lot of amateur fights, we all know that. But the willingness, the hunger, the dedication has been there. You know, when you sign to a big name, a huge name like Joshua, the only unified heavyweight king of the world, you tend to want to lay back, lay back, relax, and don't do shit. Or fight bums to build your career. But that is not the case. Okoli wants to be great. Okoli wants to be a top name. You know, when Alexander Usyk vacated his Cruiserweight WBA title, I immediately told Apochi, to go for that title. To go for it. This is time, because he said he can beat Okoli, beat Usyk, beat anyone, He's ready. He can beat all those guys. And I actually posted something about it, saying that he should go for that title right now, if he so much believes that he can be the best cruiserweight in the world. But that is not the case right now. Lawrence Okoli, who I never actually expected will want to step up, is willing to do so. And not just against bums, against a Russian legend, Denis Lebedev. Russian legend. Lebedev made his pro debut in 2001. He's a southpaw, 5'11", resides at Chekhov, Russia, but was born at Stary Oskol, Russia. And in his pro career, he has about 32 wins, 23 by knockouts, and just 2 losses. And those wins are massive, especially looking at the people he had to beat. He beat James Stoney, beat Latif Coyote, or Latif Coyote, if you want to say Nigerian, accent, Nigerian way. And he also beat Roy Jones Jr., a legend, a living legend. His 2 losses actually came against, Marco Huck and Murat Gassiev. The 2 guys Usyk actually outboxed and took to school. Usyk is a living legend already, even if he doesn't really have a lot of fights. So I'm kind of a little bit skeptical to see how Usyk, can handle the heavyweights. But looking at the people he's beaten so far at a very rapid time, I have to say that Usyk is a threat and will be a threat to any heavyweight right now. And they just moved up. Well. The heavyweights, they are not a joke. But I think Usyk can handle a lot of them. You know, Apochi saying that he will beat Usyk and all this stuff. Apochi has the power, but I think Apochi cannot withstand the skills of Usyk. And right now, it is time for Apochi to prove himself by actually going to fight a credible opponent. He has to. If Lawrence Okoli fights Denis Lebedev for the vacant Wba Cruiserweight title and actually defeats Lebedev, I mean, you cannot say anything about this guy anymore. You cannot doubt this guy. You just have to believe that he can do what he says he will do. So, if Apochi so believes that he can beat Okoli, he has to step up. We have to start seeing Apochi against, top credible opponents. If Lawrence Okoli fights Denis Lebedev, if he fights him, I want to see Apochi step up as well. But will he? Well, Chalafinko won't allow it. Chalafinko and Heyman are known to fit in their top talent bombs to fight. And Apochi has more amateur experience than Lawrence Okoli, so Apochi should be the one trying to get this fight before Okoli does. So, they say anybody fit talk, but not everybody fit talk begin. I dey laugh for worry. Anybody fit talk, but not be everybody fit start begin. So, in the case of Apochi saying that would beat up Lawrence Okoli and all the stuff he said in the past, maybe he can. Maybe not. But like I said before, if Lawrence Okoli goes in there, fight Lebedev, and beat him, I want to see Apochi fight credible opponent by then. Maybe a guy like Michael Hook. So, Okoli deserves all the credit. I know he gets a lot of stakes from many people who don't like him. They say, well, he talks too much. They say, well, his style is boring. Well, Okoli's style is a very different style, a unique one as well. Don't forget that Okoli has long hands and also hit harder than a lot of fighters right now. In fact, I see Okoli moving up to heavyweight because he's got the attributes already. I think he don't want to move up because of Joshua. And also because he wants to work on his technique, on his stamina, and on his ring IQ. Okoli's style will be very hard to beat, because you don't know what this guy is going to bring to the table. He's a guy that is very unorthodox. He don't fight like your normal fighter or normal boxer does. He's just so different, and that's what makes him unique. So people saying that, well, his style is boring, he hooks a lot and other stuff, well, you have to accept it. The guy always wins, And once Okoli gets in against Lebedev and managed to defeat him, believe me, his career is going to definitely explode compared to that of Apochi. This is what you call taking risk. Remember, Joshua took risk against Charles Martin. And Okoli is willing to take risk against a legend like Denis Lebedev. People will say, well, how did Joshua take risk against Charles Martin? Charles Martin is a nobody. If you doubt me now, go look at the pre-fight interview of Joshua Charles Martin showdown. A lot of people said Joshua wasn't ready. Charles Martin is a slick southpaw, heavy-handed, and can beat Joshua and other stuff. Charles Martin's mouth also helped him. And what happened? Joshua stopped Charles Martin in the second round. He easily made easy work of Charles Martin. And now people are saying Charles Martin is a bomb, is the worst champion ever, and other stuff. The same Charles Martin went to distance with Adam Kornacki. So Joshua has been taking risks all his whole career. From Charles Martin to Povetkin. Povetkin has more experience than Joshua if you look at it. Did you know that Povetkin beat Luis Ortiz in the amateurs? Povetkin ain't no joke. Povetkin is a danger to anyone. But Joshua fought it. And also people talk about Dillian Whyte. Joshua knocked Dillian Whyte the fuck out only on his 15th fight. Oh, I love in Chinese. And all these guys discrediting Joshua, talking shit about the guy. When you heat them up with reality, they tend to be quiet, to stay quiet. I heard someone saying that Joshua had an easy part, that he won a gold medal for Great Britain. That's why he had the opportunity. That's why it's like this. That's why. No, man, he had to take risk. If Joshua, after turning pro, fought only bombs like Water did, I mean, people will see Joshua as a beast, but he wouldn't have this huge following that he has now. In life, you've got to take risk sometimes, and Lawrence, the sauce Okoli, is willing to take risk. That's what Nigeria does. So all those guys that are signed to Chelefinko and Ahimen are going to keep fighting bombs and bombs and bombs till they get to their maybe 50th fight, 45 someone. They'll be get exposed by then. People say Eddie Hearn is this, Eddie Hearn is that. Eddie Hearn make you take risk, but also reward you with something bigger than you ever expected. And Okoli being signed to Anthony Joshua make things very, very good and solid. So he's got to take risk. Don't become Gervonta Davis. That guy is scared of Lomachenko. You know, so it's just kind of crazy. All those guys want to paddle their records until they get to their 50th fight, 30th fight, 40th fight before they fight someone credible, like Water. Well, on the underside of the pond, things are quite different. The more risk you take, the more your popularity, your profile grow. So I cannot wait for this fight. You know, I'm a huge supporter for Okoli. He's a ninja blood. Other than that, he's a guy that I think gets a lot of stake for no reason. You might say the guy's style is boring, the guy's style is awkward. Well, that's just how it is, but he's still a better boxer than Deontay Wilder ever will. That's just a fact, guys. Give your thoughts below. Like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Twitter at BoxingBlog and on Instagram at BoxingBlogCenter. Lebedev going against Lawrence the Sauce Okoli. I hope Okoli make us proud with your weight bros. Cheers.